Good afternoon, everyone. The meeting of Atlantic County Board of Commissioners is called to order. In compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, the State of New Jersey, adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current and the Hamilton Gazette, and it has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mason. And we go to the opening prayer.
Yes. Please rise. Let us pray. Almighty God, we thank Thee for the blessings of this Thanksgiving season. We pray that Thou will guide us in this our Thanksgiving, for harvest, for land, and for liberty, and lead this nation to acknowledge its dependence upon Thee for food, for faith, and for freedom. Amen.
Amen.
We'll now face the flag. Attention, salute. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Madam Clerk.
I'm in receipt of a resignation from Commissioner-elect Parker to Joe Cafera, Municipal Chair, resigning his seat with the Township of Egg Harbor. I'm also in receipt of the certificate of election from the Atlantic County Board of Commissioners, District 3. Commissioner Andrew W. Parker III will be administered the oath of office by State Senator Vince Palestina. And if they both would come forward.
Come on up. Long time coming for this one. It's been an honor to work with Andrew in Egg Harbor Township. I know he's going to do a great job for Atlantic County, so really looking forward now to working with you in a little different role here. So it's going to be great. Left hand on the Bible, right hand in the air.
Left hand on the Bible,
Right hand in the air.
right hand in the
I
air,
want to spin around here.
spin around this way.
Put you right here.
Cameras are there.
All right.
That's the camera.
There's the camera.
He's looking at the camera. You don't have to see me. That works out better. All good. Come on up. All right. Here we go. I state your name.
I, Andrew Parker,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New
of
Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the government
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I do further solemnly
I
swear
do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of County Commissioner
of the office of County Commissioner
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Those of you who came for my swearing in, I appreciate you all being here. Feel no pressure to stay. I believe the stuff that's going to happen next will be pretty boring to most of you, and I really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you later. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congrats. Thank you, Senator.
We will now have a roll call.
Chairwoman Kern, Commissioner Gatto had eye surgery and is unable to drive, so she's coming to us via audio. And Commissioner Vallis is out of town. He's coming to us virtually. Vallis.
Here.
Bertino. Here. Horsey. Days. Here. Fitzpatrick.
Here.
Gatto. Parker,
Present.
Risley,
Here.
and Kern.
Here. Okay, Commissioners have had an opportunity to review the minutes from October 5th, 2021. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the October 5, 2021 minutes as presented. Motion made in second. Any comments from the Commissioners? Okay, then we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto, Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Just a note that anyone that would like to speak during public comments, please come to the podium and state your name and the town that you reside. If you're attending virtually and want to comment on any of the resolutions or ordinances this evening, type yes and the resolution number in the question and answer box. Then during the open public part of the agenda, you may speak during public comment. You will be raised from an attendee to a panelist. When you're raised, please state your name and the town you reside. Okay, that brings us right into ordinance 11.
And
Madam
ordinance,
Chair?
Yes,
Yeah, just for the record, can you correct the approval of the minutes? Commissioner Parker cannot vote yes. He was not present. He would have to abstain.
Abstain.
Thank you.
ordinance 11, an ordinance of the Atlantic County Board of County Commissioners amending the Atlantic County Code to make a provision for the inclusion of the Central Municipal Court of Atlantic County as a division of Atlantic County government, final reading.
Motion.
Second.
motion has been made and second. Any comments from the Commissioners?
Madam Chair,
I'm sorry, that's Commissioner Gatto?
yeah, I just want to make the board aware that as a follow-up to the discussions at our last meeting, we did have a Shared Services Committee meeting with Senator Policina, with Commissioner Dace included, and with the councilpersons-elect from Galloway, all who had expressed interest in learning more and getting some questions answered. And I do believe that we had a good meeting. I believe all the questions had been answered from everybody's side, many questions that were answered the last meeting. And we also did get confirmation from Mr. Ferguson that our request to add commissioner representatives to the various committees is granted. So, I'm sure we'll appoint that at rework or at some other time. But I just wanted to follow up on all of those items.
Thank you, Commissioner Gatto. Commissioner Forsythe?
Madam Chair, for the record, the last meeting that we talked about, there was an issue regarding security, and we talked about bringing the sheriff in. I did not make the meeting. Somewhere in the paper I read, we have come to a tentative agreement regarding the salaries for the sheriff's department to overlook the courts. Is that correct?
That's what I understand.
So let me direct that.
Yeah.
Let me direct that question to Mr. Ferguson. I can't see that far.
Yes, and I agree. There was a meeting held last week between Mike Fedorko, our public safety director, Judge Sanson, who all of you probably know has been accompanying me on a lot of these meetings, and he knows the sheriff well. And they had a meeting and came to an agreement. The cost of security will be $507,000. And then there are a couple of one-time costs, which will be in the amount of $173,000. Those are things which will be a van that the sheriff will need to do transporting. And then two promotions in there. Is promoting a lieutenant, a person from, I guess, sergeant to lieutenant, and then from a line officer to sergeant. And those people would presumably be supervisory personnel that would oversee that particular unit there at the courthouse facility. And then the third item would constitute the cost for the various items that the sheriff's officers, there's going to be 9 sheriff's officers hired Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be the ones placed there, but in terms of his rotation, however he does that, 9 new officers are being put through training, and there's a cost of their weapon, their the flak jacket or protective vest that they wear, and other equipment that they have, and that's a one-time cost, and the county is picking up that cost for the security and these other items. And I understand I was only present through being on conference call at the very end of that meeting for roughly 5 or 10 minutes. But I'm given to understand from speaking to Mr. Fedorko and Judge Sampson that the meeting went very well, and I had a conversation with the sheriff this morning on an unrelated issue, but we touched on that, and he said he's ready and raring to go, and I think it's what everyone wanted. I sensed that very strongly when I was here 2 weeks ago, and people that we talked to from the various towns in the meetings that I've had with the committees said that, you know, that's where the security should be provided by the sheriff's office. That's going to take place now, I'm happy to say, and I think everybody's just glad to get this thing moving forward and getting it up and operational. So that's where we are.
Madam Chair, if I may. So, Mr. Ferguson, just for the record,
Yes.
when you say hire, we're talking about existing sheriff officers who are going to be detailed.
Yes.
We're not hiring new sheriff officers.
Well, he's bringing 9 new employees aboard. Now, again, I don't know where they're going to be deployed, you know.
I understand that, so I want to be clear. I can't speak for nobody else. I want to be clear. Are we hiring 9 new sheriff officers, or he is redirecting 9 existing sheriff officers to the courts? That's very important because, to me.
Okay.
Because if you remember, when we were here 2 weeks ago, we talked about $1 million+ for the sheriff's
Right.
department. Now we have $700,000, which is
Right.
great movement. But I need a little bit clarification. Are we hiring brand new officers that never go through academy, or he's redirecting 9 sheriff officers to the courts?
I assume, and I don't know precisely, I'm assuming in the very beginning of it, he will redeploy 9 people on a rotation there. But I do know that he is hiring or bringing on board 9 new officers who are going to be starting academy. Now, they won't be finishing up the academy from what he told me this morning, probably until June. They're going to be starting, Mr. Fedorko is making arrangements to put those new recruits into the academy to get them trained in everything that they have to go through. Where they will then be deployed after that, I mean, I guess it's up to him in terms of how he decides he's going to facilitate the operation, but that's where we are.
Okay. Thank you for that information. The other final thing I have with that, Madam Chair, if I may, it just goes to tell you, if we sit down and cooler heads prevail, we can come to an agreement. Because at the end of the day, we sit here for 45 minutes, and I led the charge, because I don't have a problem speaking out, about how the sheriff's department, not only me, but other members, about how the sheriff's department felt, how the other people felt in terms of outside contractors opposed to using our sheriff's department, which brings me to my next point, which is directly to our county administrator. When the next set of contracts come up for security in the libraries, we need to be back at the table talking about the same issues, but we continue to bring our own sheriff's departments in, and it's not going to cost us $1 million something to bring outside security in. I said all that to say, we can agree to disagree.
No.
And it's okay. But look where you got.
No. Hey, look, it was very, very good. You know.
Everybody cooled off. You came back, and I think
Really
it's a
was.
working plan for everybody. And so the county wins, sheriff's department wins, and we know the politics of it. We'll get past that. Election's over. And at the end of the day, we save taxpayers money, and we're not paying $1 million something for outside security firm. We have our own. So I commend you, and certainly our chairwoman of the budget committee and our colleagues who took the time out to meet, because I thought it was important. Not that I'm going to support the resolution, you know what I'm saying on it, but the fact of the matter is that cooler heads prevailed, and it came out to a happy ending.
I agree. And the one that really needs to be thanked is Public Safety Director Fedorko, because he's the one that engaged in the give and take, and you know, he has law enforcement experience, I don't, so it was important that he was involved in these discussions, and I think did a great job. And I commend the sheriff too, really, everybody, it was a good meeting of the minds, and we got it done, and that's what counts.
So saying that, finally, I'm done. Saying that, just keep in mind, colleagues, when the contract comes up for the libraries and other outside security, we can sit down at the table to negotiate. There's nothing illegal, Ferguson, about horse trading. So it seemed to me the horse trading that took place is that he's going to get 9 new sheriff officers at some point down the road. God bless him.
You never have heard me condemn horse trading, and I never will. So, yes, I'm sorry.
So those one-time, charges that you're talking about, they're over and above the 500?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We just wanted to be very clear about that.
Really?
Right, I connected that question, Jim. So this is a one-year agreement with the Sheriff's Department
Yes.
for about the security?
Yeah, we're talking about, well, I mean, no, he'll be providing security in future years. The question will be whether the county will continue to pay for it, or whether that will be built into the municipal budget and billed back to the municipalities. But for the first year, the county executive felt that it was appropriate that the county put that in its budget and pay for it. And that's what we're doing.
So the one, okay, my question was then if it was, if it was only for 1 year, why could it not be 2, similar to the agreements that the towns have to participate in the joint?
Yeah, no, the sheriff will be providing the security from here on out, in that venue.
When I learned about the $500,000 cost rather than the 900 and something that we talked about 2 weeks ago, I had the same thought that Commissioner Corsi did, except I was thinking about the county office building in Atlantic City, where we've talked about having sheriff's officers do the security there, and if we're going to talk about clean and safe in Atlantic City, that's the place to start. So when that contract comes up, I'm definitely looking for the sheriff's office to do that job.
Well, like I said, that's not within my purview to make that decision, but, we'll deal with that at the appropriate time. Thank you.
Again, it's just in general, again, as Commissioner Gatto said, there was a meeting yesterday. I want to thank Jim and Jerry and everyone involved with that, and Senator Palestina for attending the meeting. A lot of the questions others had were definitely addressed. And, I think I want to be a cheerleader for this. I've never, had an issue with it from the beginning. I just had a couple of questions. And, I think in Galloway as well, Mayor Capola was on there.
Yeah.
Soon to be mayor again, Capola.
Yeah.
Come January was on there. And, I think they want to see the savings that were promised to the towns in order to join this. I realize you have to start someplace. There have been a lot of discussions and give and takes. And, from here on out, hopefully we're all cheerleaders for this. And, we want to see it succeed and to be the model for the state of New Jersey. We did talk yesterday about one of our concerns is we don't want to lose Atlantic County control over the court. So I think it's great that that we do have, the commissioners have a say on some of the oversight as well moving forward. So thank you for that.
Thanks.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd just like to say that I attended the League of Municipalities, as I always do every year, and try to make as many of the seminars as I can. And there was a seminar concerning shared services. And Mr. Ferguson and Mr. Sanson did a fantastic job explaining to the folks that could attend that particular seminar about what we're trying to achieve here in Atlantic County. And it's obvious to me that the governor's office is behind this 100%, because he had 2 gentlemen there, by the name of Mr. Platt and Mr. Glatt, that have been going around the state and promoting shared services. So this is a hot, button item, I believe, in the state, and of course everyone is trying to be sure that this project gets off on the right foot and has success. I just want to again commend Mr. Sanson and Jim for the great job they did during this seminar. It was put across very well, and the people seem to get it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments from our
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a comment. I was involved with the county court from the municipal side of things for Egg Harbor Township from the beginning, and we were one of the municipalities like Galloway that had a lot of questions. And Mr. Ferguson came over, and Judge Sampson came over, and answered our questions in another special meeting that we had in Egg Harbor Township. And I would just say from the onset, the shared services end of it, and that's where things are going, the trend that is being expected of us, is to move towards shared services in a way where we can save taxpayers some money. And so when we look at our budgets are tight. So we have to find ways of, if not increasing revenue, saving money, and shared services is a place where that can happen. On the other side of it, one of the major reasons that I was excited about supporting the county court was for the services end of it. And if you look at what we're attempting to morph the court into, for years, people went to court and felt like they weren't getting a fair shot. They were sitting in a room where there was a lot of anxiety, where they felt that justice wasn't served. They felt that they did not get a fair shot inside of the courtroom. And so with this, whether we're dealing with domestic violence cases, which the majority of our cases are domestic violence, we got substance abuse, and we have mental health issues that are flooding all of our municipal courts. And those folks, many of them don't belong in jail, they belong in some sort of treatment facility or treatment program where they can get help. And I'm excited to see what the county is going to be able to do in terms of that, where we're given, and I heard the word mentioned a lot when we had our meeting, our special meeting, customer service. From Bill Reynolds, the prosecutor Reynolds came and spoke, and he kept saying customer service. And for me, that was a treat to hear him say that, because we have to get back into the mindset of treating the people that come into their court almost as though they're customers, and caring for them and having them leave out of there not having a nasty taste in their mouth with their entire court experience. And that's what typically has, too many times I should say, has happened in our court system. So I'm excited for the fact that we're going to be able to have all those services right here, to get those folks into a breakout room that they can get the help that they need before coming before the court, before coming before the judge, and having the judge, penalize them in any way, shape, or form. So that to me is one of the main reasons that I was in favor of the county court. So I'm excited about it.
And in fact, as a follow-up to that, the county has started an initiative. We reached out to Jewish Family Services they do a lot of social work projects for us. But Andrea Steinberg, who is I forget what her exact title is, I think she's the executive director of that organization, but she's already been put in touch with Judge McGuire, who's going to be the chief judge of the court, to get together and to start coordinating those services where they will have people there at the various sessions, particularly when people have to come out on the more serious matters that involve like domestic violence, substance abuse, or mental health issues, to get those people help. So I really think we're on to something here with a very, very good program that will be set up through them. And they just do a wonderful job, they really do. And I think they'll do a wonderful job here. And I think, hopefully, we'll turn the lives of some people around. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the commissioners? Okay, seeing none.
Would you just comment, because one of the other things is access, and I think Superior Court offered to purchase terminals for the municipalities that are participating, which I think would be good for the freeholders to know. They go back to the municipalities and make sure they take advantage
Yes.
of the program.
Senator Palestina raised that question yesterday in the meeting that we had. Let me just move over here sometime. The Superior Court, through the auspices of the Administrative Office of the Court, has agreed to pay for kiosks in each of the participating towns. Now, so far, the only municipality that has said yes to that has been the city of Ventnor. They want 2 kiosks, one where a person can come in and have access to go online to have their case heard, and another kiosk that would allow people to come in and go online to pay their fines and court costs and so on. But we will do a further outreach to the other municipalities, because this would be definitely advantageous, particularly people who may not have internet access themselves and yet want to be able to do their cases online. It would be a big advantage if we can do that, and hopefully we can convince the 8 other towns to follow the lead of Ventnor and do that. I think it would be a big help to people. And I know the Superior Court will offer some form of training to people who would be in the municipality, like in their municipal clerk's office or whatever, to have instructions there so that people can go online and have their cases heard and all. So we'll do a follow-up on that, because the senator's right. That would be a big thing in terms of customer service in that court. So that's where we're going.
Very
Thank you.
nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any comments from the public? Seeing none, we will have a roll call.
Ballas?
Did you do public comment, Madam Chair?
She just did.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Before we start our resolutions, I see we have Laura Sedley and Jack Chitarelli here. I know you were going to swear Andrew in earlier.
I swear that I've been sworn in.
You can do it again, but I don't hold the Bible.
And you got a little tied up, but if you would like to make some comments, that would be nice.
It's great to be with you as someone that served as a former county freeholder in Somerset. I know what county government's all about. It's the only regional service provider in the state, and I love the discussion on shared services, because that usually means a more efficiently delivered product at less cost. So my compliments all to you. Andrew, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And Vince called me last night, told me he wanted to swear you in, so I was purposely late, so that all worked out perfect. But I congratulate you and wish this board the best, and all of you and your entire county a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jack. I know it's not easy getting on that highway and byway, so I appreciate you coming.
I've been out of practice for 3 weeks.
Okay, that brings us right.
Madam Chair, with all due respect, you allowed the former assemblyman and the governor candidate to speak, but you did not go down to Cape May County and recognize this assemblyman as well.
I didn't see him.
Oh, you snuck in. I know you snuck in. He snuck in the back of the room. We certainly want to acknowledge him and
And congratulate him as well. Yeah.
I know.
Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
And-
I did try to sneak in. Sorry for my tardiness, but
Well,
I had
listen,
to work too.
I have to apologize to you because they told me sitting here I'm the lookout guy.
Yeah.
So I should have told them.
No, it's fine. But congratulations to you. You've been a great friend, and it's a pleasure to see you in this seat. You worked hard, and you know, the only better thing is I went to Ocean City's better than our Township and everything. So, no, but, congratulations, and it's good to see everybody here and staying healthy. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Be safe, and may God bless you, and keep your family safe and strong. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
I want to thank you for making me look early.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else like this out there? You can see I got a...
I don't know, Vince. I think Vince, Senator Palestina, told all of them to be late. So he could be in the front, but it's okay.
Well, you have the officers stop them on the way.
Now we get into the exciting part of the evening, our resolutions. Resolution 620, please.
Grant application to the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for an alcohol rehabilitation and education grant. Funded amount $706,767. Cash match $96,547.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing none, any comments from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 621.
Grant acceptance from the New Jersey Juvenile Justice Commission for innovations funding for the Atlantic County Youth Services Commission Juvenile Detention Alternatives Initiative, amount not to exceed $120,000.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing none, any comments from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Vallis?
Yes.
Bertino? Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolution number 622 to 624, which are chapter 150.
So moved.
Motion made second. Any commissioner comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi, Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick, Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 625, please.
Amending a professional services agreement with French and Perella Associates for engineering design services associated with the replacement of Lakes Creek Bridge, EH 29, on Bevis Mill Road, EH 26 and EH 27, in Egg Harbor Township to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comment from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 626.
Amending professional services agreements with various consultants pursuant to the 2015 Bridge and Dam Engineering Services Pool to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Second.
Motion made second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Any from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi, Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 627.
Amending professional services agreements with various consultants under the 2019 Dam and Transportation Infrastructure Pool to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 628, please.
Amending professional services agreements with various consultants under the 2020 Dam and Transportation Infrastructure Pool to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 629.
Amending professional services contract with Pannoni Associates Incorporated for engineering and inspection services associated with the resurfacing of Tilton Road, Section 5, County Route 563, and Washington Avenue, Section 3, County Route 608, in Egg Harbor Township to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
So moved.
Motion made and second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to Resolution 630.
Amending Resolution Number 21, adopted January 19, 2021, a professional services agreement to establish a pool of professional consultants to provide engineering services for dam and transportation infrastructure projects to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Days,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 631.
Amended professional services contract with WSP USA Incorporated for the provision of preliminary engineering design services in connection with improvements to Lake Lenape Dam to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Motion. Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners?
Yeah, let's get off this dam.
Okay, any other comments from the commissioners? Any comments from the public? Okay, well, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi. Days.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 632.
Professional services contract with ComPsych Corporation for an employee assistance program, amount not to exceed $25,000.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Dallas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 633.
Professional services agreements with various nurses and nurse agencies for the provision of death pronouncements in Atlantic County, amount not to exceed $55,000.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Dallas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into bid contracts. Resolution 634.
Bid contract with Command Company Incorporated to provide resurfacing of the Atlantic County Justice Facility kitchen area parking lot in Mays Landing. Amount not to exceed $339,765.30.
So moved. Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from our commissioners?
Madam Chair?
Yes, Commissioner Gatto.
Yeah, just to highlight that this is the area back where there's heavy truck traffic for kitchen and food delivery. And I think it was told to us that this area hasn't been repaved since the jail was built. Long overdue.
Thank you, Commissioners. Any other comments from the commissioners? Hey, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have roll call.
Dallas.
Yes.
Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days.
Yes.
Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 635.
Bid contract with Ocean Construction Limited Liability Corporation for precast concrete Jersey traffic barrier installation at the Atlantic County Civil Courthouse, amount not to exceed $60,375.
Move.
Second.
Motion has been made and second.
What is that, Jersey?
So you know what we did with the, the civil courthouse. We did after, if there was a shooting and a killing within the courthouse in Delaware, the judges, in particular Judge Mendez and the trial court administrator, Hal Burstall, went down, brought other people with them to go look at what was going on down there. Once they had that shooting, they converted to what they call a single point of entry with all of the bulletproof, glass and whatever else in the front of the building as you walk through. So we've converted the civil courthouse. You walk through the front, you go out back onto North Carolina Avenue. So that's the exit. And so let Jerry go through now what we're going to do on the outside to harden the building to protect the structure itself.
Good evening, Commissioners. So we started by pulling up all the pavers, all the sidewalks that are surround the courthouse. And once that concrete is cured, which it has, we put this out to bid to put Jersey barriers. What they are, they're 10 feet long, precast concrete, 2.5 feet high, and they're barriers. They're going to go around like about a foot in off the curb, encircling the perimeter of the courthouse to stop any vehicles from jumping the curb, running into the building. And we had 5 different bidders. Ocean Construction out of Williamstown was the lowest bidder at $60,375. The highest bid was $100,000.
Madam Chair, if I may. Jerry, let me just say that for those of you who have not been to Atlantic City, to the courthouse recently, the outstanding work that the county has done to improve the I would say, quality of life for those who are coming into the courthouse, et cetera. It is outstanding. It is cleaned up around it. It looks like a courthouse you want to have to go in. We can't commend the county enough. And the other thing, I mean, $60,000, we talk about barriers, is cheap. When you talk about folks jumping the sidewalks and trying to kill people. What happened the other day? Folks plowed into a parade. We just have nuts out here that has mental problems, and unfortunately, you really got to look at the courthouse. It really looks nice. They did a good job, and we got some other properties in Atlantic City that the county needs to attend to as well. Of course, just putting in my little pitch for some of the problems over there on Drexel Avenue.
Okay.
A couple other projects we need to take another look at. But South Carolina Avenue, North Carolina Avenue certainly sends the message loud and clear, and money well spent.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Any other comments from our commissioners?
Madam Chair.
Yes. Mr. Bell.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to commend the county administration for completing this project. This is something we started talking about back in 2015, 2016, single point of entry. It's a great joint venture with the city of Atlantic City and with the county, with eliminating parking along the North Carolina side of the courthouse, all for safety reasons of the courthouse. You wouldn't want a vehicle being parked there with an explosive device detonating at the courthouse. And also, we had talked about putting the Jersey barriers there once everything was done to prevent a catastrophe like Commissioner Corsi just talked about, with someone driving up onto the sidewalk or driving a truck like they did at the World Trade Center into the building with an explosive device. So the security enhancements are great for the courthouse, greatly appreciated, and again, just like to commend county administration for fulfilling this promise we talked about back in 2015 and 16.
Thank you, Commissioner. Do I have any other comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 636.
Bid contract with J. Fletcher Creamer and Son Incorporated for on-call maintenance beam guide rail and attenuator repair contract located at various county locations. Amount not to exceed $862,062.20.
Motion's made and second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Okay, well,
Question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Could you tell us who J. Fletcher Creamer and Sons are and
Ma'am,
where?
I'm sorry, you'd have to stand up and
Oh,
state
I'm
your
sorry.
name. No, that's okay.
I forgot.
Your name and the town that you
It's been a while since I've been there. Olivia Caldwell. What else do you need?
the town you reside in.
I reside in Pleasantville, New Jersey.
Thank you.
If you could tell us who J. Fletcher Creamer and Son Incorporated is and where's their company located?
They are a contractor that we've used in the past, and they're from Hackensack, New Jersey. And they're the lowest responsible bidder by about $300,000.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments from the public? Okay, roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into leases. We have resolution 637.
Renewal lease agreement with the Center for Family Services for use of county-owned premises located at 201 South Shore Road, Northfield, amount not to exceed $68,400.
Motion. Second.
Motion been made and second. Any comments from the commission? Seeing, hearing none, anything from the public? Thanks. Roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into our miscellaneous resolutions this evening, resolution 638.
Amended emergency contract with Richard E. Pearson Construction Company Incorporated for the replacement of New York Avenue Bridge, HML 66, over Gravelly Run in Hamilton Township to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Motion.
Motion.
Motion's been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 639.
Amending Resolution Number 293, adopted May 18, 2021, an alternate method contract with Rossman Orthopedic Institute to provide specialized treatment to the inmates of the Atlantic County Justice Facility. Net increase $30,000.
Motion. Second.
Motion been made second. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 640.
Interlocal services agreement with Atlantic Cape Community College for the provision of Foundations for Success program, amount not to exceed $142,898.
Motion?
Motion's been made and seconded. Any comments from our commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi?
Yes.
Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 641.
Interlocal agreement with the Atlantic County Improvement Authority to bid and manage the construction of the renovations at the Anthony Canale Fire Training Center burn building renovation and a new rear deck and an ADA exterior lift at the Green Tree Golf Course Clubhouse. Amount not to exceed $1,017,500 for the Canale burn building and $276,100 for the Green Tree Golf Course.
So moved.
Second. A motion and a second. Any comments from our commissioners?
Absolutely.
Can I?
Yes, Commissioner Fitzpatrick.
Jerry, didn't you say that we need the elevator because of increased use or something like that?
It's to meet ADA requirements.
Because more and more people are coming?
Yes,
Did you
correct,
say
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, thank you. Commissioner Ballas?
Not, same question.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you. Any comments from the public? Okay, seeing, hearing none, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Brings us to resolution 642.
Emergency contract with ServPro to provide purchasing emergency mold remediation services at Lake Lenape East and the Shoreview basement. Amount not to exceed $35,595.
Motion.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to resolution 643.
Addendum to the license and concession agreements with McFadden Catering Incorporated concerning operation of food and catered event facilities located at the John F. Gaffney Green Tree Golf Course and Lake Lenape East.
Motion has been made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Seeing, hearing none. Anything from the public? Okay, we'll have a roll call.
Dallas?
Yes.
Bertino? Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions number 644 to 648. These are appointments and reappointments.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any comments from the commissioners? Yeah, I would just like to say once again, we do, the individuals are not here that I'm aware of, and we greatly appreciate it.
We have one.
Is someone here?
We
Sorry.
have 1 1/4.
And who do we have?
Don't be shy.
Shalonda Austin.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Hey, Terry. Hi, Shalonda.
How
are you?
Congratulations. The time and heart that you all put into these, committees, so thank you so very much. Okay, anything from the public? That's roll call.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Corsi? Days?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Sorry to not be able to say hi, Shalonda, yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, that concludes the written portion of our agenda. Any reports of special committees or boards? Okay, seeing hearing none. Any unfinished business?
Jerry, a couple of months ago, we talked about partnering with Cape May County for the public health director's license.
Yes.
What's the status of that?
Before she left, Ms. Diamond wrote a letter to the state explaining the situation here in Lane County and requested that Ms. Jansen, Kara Jansen, be eligible to take the test in November. The letter went in and they denied the letter. So I've spoken with Cape May County to see if they will allow Mr. Thomas, who is their public health officer, to remain with Atlantic County and still provide the oversight for anything that has to be signed by a public health officer. He said he would get back to me. His name is Kevin Lear. So right now, they've said to Kara and Kevin that they need to be more, if you read Patty's letter, it's somewhat generic. It explained what Kara had done over her course of time in Atlantic County government. They wanted much more specificity, and so Kevin is in the process of trying to put that together, along with Kara. If they accept that, they will let her take the test. I believe it's in May.
In
That's
May?
where we are now, yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask this question. Are
Yeah.
we paying her the director's salary now?
She is being paid what our division director would normally be paid. She's functioning as the division director, just so you understand that. The only thing she's not allowed to do is sign off on anything that's required by the public health license and certification. But she is running, I don't deal with Kevin, so you understand. She's a division director, is a department head between me and the division director. When I deal with her and I deal with the department head, she's the one I deal with all the time. If there are anything that she cannot answer or she cannot sign in order to deal with a person like myself, then she's going to Kevin to get that information or get the signature. But as of right now, that's who I deal with all the time.
And then we're going to continue paying the $10,000 until May.
I don't know that because they haven't confirmed that they would let him work. I thought our original agreement was until December 31st.
Right.
So they have to let me know if they will extend that contract.
Yes.
Jerry, so.
Yes.
Yeah, I keep telling you, I'm not as astute as you are, so you have to help me a little slow. So, you indicated they denied our letter. So we're now still counting on Cape May County's health officer, correct?
That's correct.
And they are indicating that perhaps a test won't give it to May?
I believe the test will occur in May. I think it's twice a year, May and November.
Okay. Which I am going to take the liberty of putting our senator on the spot. I can do that.
I was talking
I've known
to
him a long time. Nobody else can do that. I've known him over 20-something years. I think I can do it. Senator, whatever assistance you can give us to speed that process up would be greatly appreciated. What we don't want it to do is get tied up in the Trenton's BS. I'm not saying it is, but we know how stuff like that can get caught up in the process unnecessarily. So it may not be now, but we need some help, and I'm going to put Vince on the spot. And I know he know how to deliver. So.
Okay.
And don't none of y'all try to copy behind me on that.
Talk to Jerry and get on it. Because Joe Berg, my chief of staff, is here as well.
Okay. Well, I knew you would pass the buck. That's the money line of business over here. But whatever assistance you can.
Thank you.
Oh, we would appreciate that. It's worth $50,000 to us.
Okay. I'm on it. Thank you.
I'm just blown away. According to the state, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. There are no extenuating circumstances, but we're gonna have to put out possibly another $100,000 and operate without a health director. In the middle of managing COVID and the vaccines and the boosters and.
They gotta go, first of all, they gotta be at work. Most of your staff don't go to work. I mean, they work from home.
And they denied her the chance to take the test to receive that piece of paper.
She gave me the denial letter. I have Patty's letter as well, which I'll share with the state
I know,
senator.
I'm just blown away. I mean, I was gonna reach out to the senator when he's here, so I'm just blown away. In the middle of a pandemic, the state's still not at work, and we're working without a health director.
But that also extends to our assemblyman from Cape May County since he's here. I think what has happened is, Jack, he has found himself a home in Atlantic County. So since he's here so much, he might as well jump on the board on the bandwagon as well.
I guess I should apologize for Mike.
I told y'all, I am an equal opportunity abuser. I don't care if you're here, I'm gonna take a shot at it, so.
Commissioner, I get the sense if I was elected, you give me a test.
No question about it.
If I could just add, I think we have a whole list of items for our assembly people and our senators since legislature hasn't been in session since, I think, June. So we'll put that whole list together for you guys.
I
Scare everyone to come to our meetings.
I do have meetings.
Straight by the irons hot to hear.
I have meetings with the governor's office December 2nd, so anything you would like me to communicate directly to them, please get me before December 2nd. And I'll talk to Jerry about this issue so I can bring that up when I'm there.
Thank you for that
Sure.
opportunity, Senator. Do we have does anybody else have comments on this issue?
Madam Chair?
Yes. Commissioner Bowers.
Yeah, this is to Jerry. Jerry, is the county interested in actually putting it out and hiring somebody who is licensed and certified to be a public health officer in the county instead of just continuing with not even knowing whether this will happen in May, like it didn't happen in November?
Well, we actually did an advertisement to hire a public health officer. And we had 4 people show up. One person wanted about 180. One person wanted about 130. One person did not have the license, had a United States license. Apparently there is a license that is recognized in the United States. However, in New Jersey, you must be certified and licensed by the state directly. You cannot. She was not able to use that license. And then Kara applied. And after the interviews, obviously, Kara stood out pretty well from what I understand. I did not sit through that interview. She stood out pretty well. She's just not licensed. The other 2 people, like I said, one was 180. She lived in North Jersey. The other person wanted 130. They lived in Camden. We're not going to move into the county. I mean,
I just believe that there's somebody who lives in Atlantic County that is a doctor and is a public health officer in another county that's interested.
Right.
But
they didn't apply. I know who you mean, and they didn't apply. So I don't know what to tell you.
Right.
You got to apply.
Okay. Do we have any other comments on this issue? Okay, then that's going to bring us into new business. Does anybody have new business? Okay, seeing none, if anybody's received any written communications and petitions, does any commissioners have anything they want to do about? Okay, seeing none. We'll now open to the public comment portion. Anyone that would like to speak, please come to the podium, state your name and the town you reside. If you're attending virtually, type yes in the question and answer box. You'll be raised from an attendee to a panelist. When raised, please state your name and town that you reside. Do we have any comments from the public? Both on and off. Virtually or not, no? Okay, any comments for the good of the order?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Absolutely.
I failed to do so at the beginning of the meeting. I wanted to recognize and have moments of silence to, in memory of Tom Moore, who was a county employee for a number of years, and I think he's probably been retired maybe 10 years, but Tom was one of the general supervisors in Public Works. When I worked there, I had an opportunity to work with Tom, but he was a character, all the word character, but we certainly give our condolences and prayers to his family and the service he has given to Atlantic County over the years that he's worked in the Department of Public Works, and I failed to mention that in the beginning of the meeting. So if we can just have a moment of silence and memories of Tom Wood.
A moment of silence. Thank you. Okay, anything for the good old order? I have to make a personal announcement because I'm very proud of my nephew who is graduating tomorrow for the Marine Corps. So it was a very it's not an easy task going through what they go through in that boot camp, and the graduation is tomorrow, and that is Sam Phillips. Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
But before you adjourn, Madam Chair, I think it would be appropriate once again to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, traveling season, and Summerman, and all of you for coming today, and all our guests in the audience. We certainly wish you a happy, healthy holiday season. Just remember to always keep a lookout on your neighbors. This is the most critical time of the year between Thanksgiving and New Year's. We have so many deaths. Folks are stressed out. Let me just say to all the ladies, don't spend over your head. Don't go to the malls, you gotta buy. Get yourself. Let's talk about you now. We certainly wish everybody happy holidays.
Yes, everybody. And I also want to commend all of the community people that get involved in doing the food banks and reaching out to those that are in need. And it's so important to us, and we've seen so much of that in the past 2 years, actually, we're going on. And I do commend them and thank them for everything.
There's a motion.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.